Today we're talking about boundaries, and specifically energetic boundaries. We can't control the world around us or the people around us, and so it's important that we pull back in our energy, that we recognize when we need to set boundaries. And they could be verbal boundaries, they could be things that we say, and they could just be energetic boundaries in the sense that we protect our aura, that we protect our energy in ways that mean that we are not absorbing other people's energy and that we are not allowing other people and situations, places to affect our energy field and the way that we feel. Now, the planet Saturn is associated with boundaries. If you imagine that the planet Saturn has these rings around it, then you can understand that it needs those rings just as we need to have boundaries as well. So you might have already discovered, as you're working with people, as you are helping the people around you, that with this desire that we have to want to help, to heal, to be of service, then we are very open. We have a natural empathetic nature, we're compassionate, we are understanding. But if we're not protecting our energy fields, if we are not creating those energetic boundaries and verbal or physical boundaries, then we are allowing a lot into our field. And what happens? That means that it affects us in a negative way. It can sometimes be internalized if we don't want to speak out or say the things that we're feeling. And we can end up feeling completely drained, burnt out, and sometimes not even knowing why that is. So the first thing that needs to happen when we're talking about setting boundaries is to become aware of when those boundaries need to be set. Are you perhaps avoiding setting certain boundaries, or are you perhaps in your mind very clear what boundaries need to be set but just not verbalizing them? So this happened to me yesterday. We were in the shopping mall, we were planning to go for some breakfast, but we were dropping some things off before we did that. And my husband wanted to go for a shave. And in my mind, I was thinking, right, that's going to be half an hour where I'm not really got anything to do. I don't really want to go shopping or anything like that. And in my mind, I was thinking I could pop back to the house and leave the bag that we brought all the stuff in and then go and meet him. But I didn't say that. And then he turned around and said to me, he was like, why do you always get in a mood? I realised that the reason why I've suddenly got in a mood and gone quite quiet is because in my mind I knew what I wanted to say, but I wasn't saying it because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I wanted to just go along with whatever he wanted to do because I was flexible, supposedly flexible. And because I wasn't expressing what I really felt in that moment, it was actually manifesting in a body response. Just by expressing something very small, you're releasing that energy from the body instead of keeping it trapped in. And just you becoming aware of that moment and validating your feelings, even if then you don't say anything, just the fact that I'd been aware of it and validated it was also a release of some kind. It's that awareness that allows that energy to dissolve, so that you're pulling back in your own energy and pulling back in your own power. So if you're working with clients, especially if you're working with clients with body work, energy work, then whenever you can, you're remembering to recharge your aura, stabilize the bubble that's around your body, if you're using that one that we did a few videos ago, taking a heart breath that amplifies the field around your body to protect you. These are just reinforcing the energetic boundary that you have around your body, around your magnetic field. And it means not only are you not absorbing negative energy from the world around you, but having a bright, stable, energized aura reflects onto the client. They feel that. They feel that stability. They feel that light that you're emitting to them. Perhaps we go into a session and we're particularly tired. As we're using these healing modalities, we're very sensitive to other people's energy, and that's why it's so important that we are creating these energetic boundaries. But we do need to feel, because that's how we are going to be able to communicate, to be able to help the people that come to us, the family around us, if we're working with family. So, but it's important, if you do have a lot of information coming through, you're getting downloads, you feel like you are receiving a lot of information from the client or from your guides, take a breath and then speak. Ask your guides. Make the words that I say clear and precise and compassionate. Take a drink of water Water is very grounding. Having a drink of water as a client is speaking to you helps to bring you back down to earth, back down to the body. Especially when a client is talking a lot, then we're trying to process all of this. We are trying to understand the deeper meaning of what they're saying. Use your intention. I pull back my energy from this situation. I'm amplifying my aura with this breath. You can do these little things in a client session. And the more that you practice it, the more that you're going to see the benefits of setting these energetic boundaries, of being aware of how your field is being affected, of how sensitive your energetic field is, and how you can strengthen it with some simple intention, with some simple exercises. Another really nice thing that we can do is to use 2 crystals in your pockets. Today I'm using citrine. So I really like citrine. It's got like a sparkly, fast, bright energy, which is great for energizing and adding some sparkle to your aura. So all I'm gonna do is hold one in each hand, and I'm gonna do some heart breathing, those heart breaths where we're breathing into the heart all around, front, back and sides, and then breathing out of the heart area. And I'm going to imagine kind of like a rainbow, if you like, forming around my body, but also an upside down rainbow underneath. So this acts as like an arc activator, if you like. I quite like that. And so when we do this, we are using the crystals as a trigger and also as a support, because crystals have their vibration. You can try with different kinds of crystals. They all have a slightly different feel. Citrine is a really nice, light, fast energy. And it feels quite sparkly. I'm imagining it now as like a sparkly golden light all around my body. And it just stabilizes that auric field, that energetic boundary. And during the session, if you can keep these 2 crystals in your pockets, maybe on the side where you're working, when you feel like your energy is a little bit depleted, you can touch them, pick them up, hold them in your pocket, whatever feels right. And just imagine again that sparkling light, that crystal clear light if you're using quartz, whatever crystals you have available. I find it most powerful if you have 2 the same, but you could try working with 2 different ones and see kind of what the energy feels like combining crystals. Yeah, why not? I just find that crystals are a great tool for reminding us to be present, reminding us that we can take back power, that we can have an influence over our own energy. And what happens when we take back control for our own energy is that we hear more clearly our intuitive voice. Whether you believe that's your guides or your higher self, having all of your energy means that you become much stronger in your resolve. You feel stronger in what you're saying. There's a knowing because your energy isn't dispersed. That's how it works. So thank you for watching. This wasn't the easiest thing for me to talk about because boundaries are quite difficult for me, but this is really important for me as well. And the planet Saturn is discipline. And this is about being disciplined with ourselves. Because when we do that, we're going to feel stronger, wiser, more able to help others. Please comment below if you felt any of the things that I was saying today. Are you trying any of these ideas to amplify your energetic aura? I look forward to reading your comments and hearing from you. Until the next one.